The last time I did a video like this, which is about a day of my son's fight, it was during my prep for my show. So, of course, I'm prepping again. Yesterday was 2 weeks out, as you saw in the last video. So today, I decided to show you a video of how I set for success no matter what my life is like. So today, I have to get in my workout. It's my leg day. I did my cardio. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I critiqued my clients' food logs. Then I did my cardio. Then I ate my first meal. And I strategically planned it also. So just so you know, yesterday, what I did was I counted backwards. So, and I will go through it for you so that you can see how I did it. And at the end of the video, I'm going to kind of show you my little bag that's over here that you can't see. That I'm driving and I'm not going to show you. So, basically what I did yesterday was, my son has a fight today. He actually might have 3 to 4 fights. So it's out in Stockton. So me and the baby don't ever need to go that early because my husband and my son are leaving. It is 9:03. They're leaving in about 15 minutes to go to weigh-ins. And then they just pretty much hang out all day. I don't need to be there for weigh-ins, and me and the baby definitely don't need to be there all day. So what we do is I go to the gym because I have to get in my leg workout on my Sunday, and then I get him ready. And depending on if I feel like it, and it's really no big deal, I know I'm disgustingly sweaty. I do have a change of shirt, not necessarily a change of clothes, but I do have my pants right here that I won't wear for my leg workout that I will throw on afterwards. So last night, I got all of my food prepared and some of the baby's snacks prepared. Then this morning, what I did was I made his breakfast, and I made it at 7 o'clock after I finished eating my breakfast. This way it would be ready, and again, I timingly, strategically planned my morning. And then, I made his pasta. So I don't like it to be like from the refrigerator overnight. So I made his pasta fresh for this morning. So everything's in Ziploc bags. So what I have is I have a bag in the back that I will show you later, and then my huge 6-pack backpack that has all of my food for the whole day to get me to 6 o'clock tonight. If my son doesn't have 4 fights, well, I don't need all that food, but I have it all with me because I'm all about planning for worst case scenario. I know we won't be out until 8 o'clock at night because even if my son was going to fight in another fight, which it's usually never not that late, I still have enough time to get my last meal at 8 o'clock. I even have my pills because I have to take my pre-last meal pills 45 minutes before my last meal. I have that with me. That's at 7:15, which again, I seriously... Now he's just being rude. All day long. Okay, so last night, what I did was I'm like, okay, babe, what time do I have to be there? You got to be there at 1. So then what I do is I take into consideration there might be traffic. It takes me an hour to get there from the gym. So I backtrack. So I say, okay, if I have to be there at 1, I have to leave at 12, which means that I really should be in the car by 11:40. Give me a 20-minute window. I have to do 20 minutes of cardio after legs. So that takes me to 11:20. It usually takes me on quad day about an hour. But I'm going to give myself an hour and 15 minutes. So that means I got to be at the gym until at 10 o'clock. This also gives me a window if the baby needs to be changed, if they call me from daycare. So 10 o'clock. That means that I have to eat my pre-meal at 9 o'clock. That means that I have to leave my house at 9:30. Shoot. Okay, sorry, I forgot something. Actually, I just had to write it down on a Post-it. So, eat my pre-meal at 9, leave at 9:30. So I decided to leave a little bit earlier. Plan my pre-meal, plan my meal before that, plan everything strategically perfect, always giving me an extra 15 or 20 minute window in case traffic, and he's not going to be the first fight either. So I don't actually have to be there at 1 o'clock. He's probably going to be like the 2nd or 3rd. Sometimes they start late. Lately, they've been starting. The last one they started on time, but we'll see. Who knows? So that's how I plan my Sunday. Now, yesterday, as I mentioned, all of my food is prepped. All my rice and my chicken and everything. Then last night I cut up my cucumbers and my vegetables. So they're all in Ziploc bags. Now everything, even though I have my lunch backpack for now, to keep everything fresh, because it's going to be for the whole entire day, what I'll end up doing is leaving that all in there. After I'm done, before we actually leave the parking lot of 24 Hour Fitness, I have a snack for him, which is his pasta in a Ziploc bag. And then I have my food in my chicken in my Ziploc bag, and my rice, which I'll eat in the parking lot before we leave. So again, there, and it literally takes me about 5 minutes to eat. So oh, and I have rice cakes also. So those I can actually eat as I'm driving. So then all of the rest of the meals that I can leave most of them in here, like my 3 o'clock and then my 5 o'clock, I can leave, well actually there's my 1:30, my 3 o'clock, and my 5 o'clock. So probably right when I get there, I'll bring in my 1:30 meal. Then I might go out to the car, because it's literally a small parking lot, just to keep my food in here. And then the baby, so I chopped him up like little, I made him this organic pizza, which is dairy-free because he's lactose intolerant. And then I made him pasta also, and then I got him these organic from Sprouts, these organic ginger cookies, which he loves, and then some pretzels, which aren't organic, and then I have his rice milk, because that's what he drinks, and his 2 sippy cups, rice milk and his regular water. And then I have crayons and 3 blank sheets of paper. So I have my bag right over here, which I have 2 of these. So that's from misfitclothing.com. And that actually is my quote. It says on there, be mentally stronger than what you physically feel. I made that up. He made it into a thing, so I had to buy it. Then I have another bag, and that's the one that I use for food. So I have, okay, babe. So I have a Ziploc bag. These are filled with actually animal crackers, but this is going to be what I'm going to put in the other one of those bags. And I'm going to put all of his food. Then in the front pocket, I already have the crayons and the piece of paper. I have diapers and wipes, and I have like 5 diapers and 2 Ziploc bags of wipes. So I have everything that I need to keep him entertained during these hours of fights, including both of our food. I even have some snacks in there for Koa, but Christian, usually he doesn't eat in between fights, and after weigh-ins, he's going to take him to go get breakfast and stuff like that, and the breakfast that I made for the baby. So I made rice and eggs for the baby, and what I did was I just made 2 totally separate bowls. Koa ended up having rice and eggs and a bowl of Tropico organic cereal with rice milk, because he's also lactose intolerant, and then the baby just had his rice and eggs. He actually had a couple pieces of cereal. So the video is literally just to show you how much I overly set for success. So this is where I always teach my clients. Not only should you have your food prepped for days in advance, but every night, the night before, you get your next day planned. Almost all the time, we know what we're doing. So even if there is some spontaneity in your life and you don't have 100% of a game plan of what you're doing, you should have your food prepped. You should also always overlap your food. So you should never run out and be cooking on the day that you run out. It should always be cooked 2 days in advance. I actually cooked enough food to get me to Monday, and yesterday I prepared because I knew today I wouldn't have time to prepare. And I cooked yesterday to get me to Sunday because I know next Saturday I'll be able to prep. So always, always, always set for success for you, for your family. This way you do not have to waste money buying. And what is going to be at these fights? Hot dogs, hamburgers, that a lot of it is like processed and bought in bulk, and hot dogs are just, forget it, it's just tongues and buttholes of animals, and if you only knew what else it consists of. So you have the control. You can be healthy. I don't care how crazy your life is. I don't care how many sporting events that your kids have, what your life is like when it comes to work and travel. I have many clients that travel for work all the time, and they prep their food. I've done so many videos on prepping for travel. So, that's it. you know I'm going to Vegas, so of course I'm bringing all of my perfectly weighed out food. I mean, I always perfectly weigh it out, but every single thing, I'm going to go over all my sheets of paper. So my coach next Saturday is going to send me Peak Week, which starts next Sunday, and he's going to give me my whole meal plan to get me to the day after the show, because the day after the show is the photo shoot, and since I'm getting my pro card, then I'm going to be doing a photo shoot, because everybody that wins does a photo shoot. So I'm asking him to give me my food for the next day. So all of that food is going to be prepared, labeled with Post-its on the inside of each sheet for each day, because I have a different sheet for each day. That's what he does. He writes out my food for the day, even down to the hour and the minute on the day before and the day of the show. So that being said, that is what the point of this video was. So I might not even show you. It's just my 6-pack backpack, which I can kind of just scroll right over and you can kind of see it. Okay, there it is. That's it. All right. You guys got it. I love you, and I'm about to go do legs now. Mwah.